Hey everyone, it's Zai, and I am 1 year and 3 months on T. So I'm going to be talking about the changes, obviously, and we're going to start from the top down to the bottom. Cool? The first thing I want to talk about is my face shape. The last 3 months, I noticed my face has changed a bit, and it's a little less fat here, and I have a little more definition in it. Nothing crazy different, but it's nice for a change. My hair falls out a little bit. I still use my certain DHT blocking shampoo and it really helps, so not going too bald. My hairline maybe has came back a little bit, who knows, but it definitely has in general, but in the last 3 months I don't know how much it has really changed. Okay, so I'm going to talk about acne, but I'm going to talk about it as a whole. So I do get a little bit here, but I don't get any really bad acne, but lately I've been really getting them on my shoulders, and I hadn't really got that very much until the last 3 months. So pretty much after a year on T, I've been getting those, and it sucks because they're kind of like knots or whatever. My facial hair is next, and I've been letting it grow out for like 3 months, and I do put minoxidil on it, so please be mindful of that. And same thing with my eyebrows. I have a little more eyebrows because of that, more than likely. I'm finally getting some on my cheeks here. I hadn't had any at all. I had like one little string or whatever on one of the sides, but now I'm getting a few more, mostly because of minoxidil, I'm sure of it. The underneath has gotten a lot more thicker and fuller. It's kind of more like cohesive. So I trimmed it down pretty short in the beginning of January, and this is how long it's got since then. So, and the mustache, I kept trimming it, so the mustache doesn't really apply, but it still grows in like a lighter color, it seems to be. But yeah, so that's where my facial hair is at right now. It's alright, could be worse. My voice comparison, I feel like my voice has changed a bit in the last 3 months. I could just be making it up on my head, who knows, but we can do a comparison and see.
And this is my voice 2 months on T.
This is my voice 1 year on testosterone. This is my voice 1 year and 3 months on T. Okay, I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. My body hair has been growing more. It's pretty much a slower process at this point, but my chest up here, you know how it'll kind of like, will come together in like a little swirl like this. They're starting to do that, and it's just being more full like on my actual pecs. Let me tell you one thing that has really changed in the last 3 months is I have a bunch of back hair now. I looked the other day and it was just like a unit. It was like my back was like a unit. It wasn't super noticeable, like you'd have to be standing next to me like if you were far away, because it's lighter colored, I guess, because I'm like pale or whatever. But it was dark enough to notice and long enough to notice if you're standing by me, and I was like, when did I get all of this and I saw my back and I just saw my dad, and I was like, okay, we're gonna have to shave that. I love body hair, but I don't really care for the back hair on myself. But yeah, speaking of body hair, I actually started getting arm hair, and I haven't had arm hair. I've had very thin, very light arm hair, and it's still light and thin, but it actually is reminiscent of lines of hair now, and I can tell they're darker and they're a lot longer now. So I guess that's kind of cool. I get random ones up here that aren't really that cool, and I get them up here, so I'll just like shave them off or whatever, because they just look a little silly to me, but they're doing something. My legs are still really hairy. It's kind of hard to say if they've gotten hairier because they've been hairy for a while. Like after 6 months on T, they were just like hairy. So, but they're full, like they connect all the way around my legs, and they connect all to here, and honestly it connects all the way up to here. Like it fully just connects. Speaking of body, I've noticed that my muscle shapes have changed and or got more defined, probably because of fat moving from areas such as these. This is a lot skinnier than it used to be. Now that I think about it, this is like mostly just skin when I pinch in. It wasn't like that before, but it's nice and I like that. But it's more collecting here, but that's kind of a given. But then again, it always liked to collect there in the first place on me. Whatever. so my upper body isn't very fat, and my legs have gotten a lot skinnier, especially on my thighs. They're a lot more defined. The muscles, I can see separate muscles in my thighs that I've never seen before, and that is something that has happened over the last few months for sure, and progressed. I've also been more vascular. Right now I'm not, because I just crawled out of bed and I have not done anything, but when I'm just being a normal human out in the world, I'll be more vascular, and when I work out I'll have, this vein that pops out, and there's one in here that comes out that's never came out before, and same thing with my other arm. It's really interesting to see. It's nice to see. I have this vein right here that comes out, a big one, like the one over your wrist, that I've never noticed before. My wrists are skinnier, my forearms are skinnier now in general, so that's nice. I know everyone's waiting for this one. Bottom growth. So, with bottom growth, for me it kind of plateaued a lot, especially anywhere after 6 months on T, but it's kind of like a very slow and gradual growth, so it's kind of harder to tell, but I know it has because it works like a penis does, in the sense that it gets blood in it and it gets bigger, and I can just tell that when it does, it's just bigger than how it used to be. And I will be honest with you and kind of like give you a measurement for reference. So really the biggest I've seen it be is somewhere along here, and it's nice. And honestly, if I would like to explain it, it feels a lot nicer than before. It feels different, and I think it's a lot more enjoyable to do sexual things, not only because I associate more with it, like I like it, I think it goes with me a lot better, but it physically feels better and different, if that makes sense. So those are sort of the main things I wanted to talk about in this video. If you'd like me to explain any of them further, or if you have a specific question, drop it down in the comments. Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate you all, seriously. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. This is it. If you ever have any video ideas, DM me on Instagram. Yes, I respond. Yes, I follow back. And yeah, that is some type of gay on Instagram. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day or night. And yeah, peace out.